Minasan konnichiwa. In this video, we're going to look at this expression. So in the drama 99.9 Kenji Senmon Bengoshi, there's a line that says それに事実があるとは限らない. It says it doesn't mean that this is the truth. So we see this expression 限らない とは限らない. So we're going to focus on that in this video. But first, we're going to start with the verb this expression originates from. So 限る means to limit or be limited to. And kind of extended from that, it is also used to say that something is a must, something is the best. It has to be this way, it has to be like that. Here are two examples. Let's start with the first one. 申し込みは一人一枚に限ります. So 申し込み application form 一人 one person 一枚 one piece of something. Usually something flat like paper. So you probably figure out the meaning of this sentence by now. It means that this application form 申し込み is limited to one per person. Okay? So 何々に限ります means that it is limited to only. Now, the second one. 夏はビールに限る. 夏 summer ビール beer. But this sentence doesn't mean that summer is limited to beer, which sounds kind of odd. It's actually saying that in summer, during summertime, beer is a must. Beer is the best. It has to be beer. Okay. So from this meaning of limit, to limit something or be limited to, we get this kind of definition. Okay. It still makes sense, right? So 夏はビールに限る. In summertime, it has to be beer. Beer is the best. Now, having this in mind, we are going to move on to its negative form, 限らない. 限らない. So again, we have these two definitions. The first one is 何々に限らない. So it means not only. It is not limited to. So it's the same as だけではない. It is not limited to. It's not only. So we have this sentence that says 疲れているのは君に限らない. So 疲れている comes from 疲れる. It means to be tired. And here the nominalized the 疲れている, so it's basically being tired. And 君 is you, right? So 君に限らない, it means that it is not limited to you. So the whole sentence together says you are not the only one who feels tired. Okay? You are not the only one. So being tired is not limited to you. So for example, in a situation where you're working overtime with your colleagues, or you're having a meeting, or you're simply discussing something with your classmates, and everyone is like feeling tired, and when someone is complaining that I'm so tired, then this is when you can say to this person that 疲れているのは君に限らない. It's kind of confrontational though, so you probably want to use it with your friends only. To say that you're not the only one who feels tired. Everyone is feeling tired. Okay, so not only, not limited to. And then moving on, 何々とは限らない or とも限らない. It means that it doesn't have to be. It's not a must or not necessarily. So it's the same as でないこともある. Let's take a look at the first example. 合格するとは限らない. So 合格する means to pass the test. And when it's combined with this expression, とは限らない, it means that it's not necessarily, the person is not necessarily going to pass the test. It sounds kind of discouraging. It's used in a situation where, like, maybe you're studying very hard, but it doesn't mean that you're going to pass the test. But yeah, we still hope for the best, right? We want to pass the test. And this expression is commonly used with the phrase 必ずしも, as in the second example. お酒を飲むことが必ずしも悪いとは限らない. So お酒 means wine, 飲む to drink. And here the こと nominalize the whole thing, like goes before. お酒を飲むこと, which means drinking wine. And 悪い is the adjective bad. So when it's used with this expression, 必ずしも悪いとは限らない, it basically means that drinking wine is not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. Okay, so as shown in some studies, moderate consumption of red wine, for example, can be beneficial to your health, to your cardio system. So something like that. That's, the scenario you might see this sentence. 必ずしも悪いとは限らない. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. And the last one, it's what we call double negation. So by having, negation twice, you basically get what? A positive, right? So let's take a look at the first part of the sentence. 雨が降らない. So 雨, rain. 降らない comes from the verb 降る, which means to fall. So 雨が降る to rain. And here it's in its negative form. 雨が降らない which means it's not gonna rain. And then we have とも限らない to negate the first part of the sentence of this clause. So basically we have it's not that it's not going to rain, which means there is the possibility that it's gonna rain. It's not necessarily that it's not gonna rain. You get it? It can be kind of confusing, but once you get that, one negation negates the other, we get, like a positive in the end. So 雨が降らないとも限らない means that it's still likely that it's gonna rain. We cannot be sure that it's not gonna rain. So there is the likelihood or there's the possibility that it's gonna rain. Okay? So we've come so far talking about this expression, and I hope that it's been made clear to you, that you've grasped the idea of this expression, 限らない. So for some more exercise, to make sure that you really understand, here are two sentences for you to practice, to see if you can make the meaning out of them, and also to see if you can translate them into English. The first one is 日本人でも日本語能力試験の N1 に合格するとは限らない. So that's the first one. And the second sentence, あまり使わない表現だが必ずしもテストに出ないとは限らない. That's the second one. So these two sentences are 今回の宿題, the homework for this time. So if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like it and also share with your friends. I do hope that you learned something new in this video. And also visit the Facebook page where I upload things and and also visit the Facebook page, Hogan Want to Learn, to keep updated. I'll post something up there to just interact with you guys. And also visit the Facebook page Hogan Want to Learn, to keep updated. I post things up there. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. じゃあまたね。